Hi guys, Dorota International, nail artist and educator here, and I'm in with Olivia. So she got her nails, she had to do a quick rebalance on them because as usual we have no time. And now I'm just gonna infill them. So first of all I need to remove an old product and the design, and for a change we are gonna go with the cat eye. So depending on the condition of the nails, we can remove more or less product. You have to just judge it and remove any loose places.
They were done in a rush, just in between clients, so I'm not surprised they're not perfect.
Yeah, they're not too bad, considering it was just in between the clients. And those kind of designs are really popular in a salon, you know, those kind of tie-dye looks. And
I've done a couple recently.
And those texture, like really heavy texture nails. I am not sure if I am like a big fan of it.
I've not had any yet.
And then I'm just going back. So I never file till the end, if that makes sense, because I don't want to cause like any kind of heat sparks, but also unpleasure feeling for a client, you know. So it's good to jump from nail to nail to make sure the things are done properly as well. Here I'm suspecting there is a wee lifting in the middle because there is a lighter place, so I have to make sure it is filed. But again, file it a little bit and then jump into another nail. Oh guys, you have asked me also the speed I'm working with, so I am on my K38 and the speed is 25. And this is sufficient to remove the product. Okay, I am almost at the natural nail. So I need to slow down, and that's enough. The rest is going to be cut with the hand file. But before we do that, push back the cuticles. And then I'm going to use the cuticle bit at much lower speed. So for cuticles I am going usually around 15, sometimes up to 20, but that would be on on very thick skinned clients. So anyone who is really delicate skin, I would use it much lower speed. And you have to make sure there is nothing on the nail plate, because that will affect the lasting time. Once this part is done, I'm just gonna take a file and reshape those nails. So nice and gentle, shorten them a little bit. The file is extremely sharp, so always please watch it, and protect the client nail folds. Nice and slow, nice and slow. And then move on into another one. And then reshape that nail as well. Okay, then we've got those white place where the lifting is. You need to make sure everything is coming off like nicely and there is no product left. Okay, nice and gentle file.
Which cuticle bit do you prefer?
See, you prefer working with the spike, isn't it?
That's the one I usually work, but I like because there's two thicknesses. There's the really thin one, there's a thicker one. I like the spike, but the thicker one,
Okay.
not the thin one.
See, I like the frustrum one because it's blurred at the...
The end is like flat.
Yes, and I love also the ball as well because it's exfoliated.
I use the ball as well.
You use the ball as
Yes.
well.
Do it like at the end before applying the product.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, I do it before I apply the gel polish, the ball, like once everything
so you
is...
do it closer to the end.
Yes, like quite close to the end. And I actually notice it more and more people start doing that way. And I think I'm actually quite happy about it because it is much better, definitely, for a clients. Like we are not putting them on the risk of overexposure to the products on freshly done skin, guys. So I would definitely highly recommend it, like making sure your nail plate is completely clear. There is nothing on it, so you can apply the product and without of risking of it like to lift. And then you can take care of the actual nail folds because like, I mean, that's two different things. A cuticle is the stuff which is like attached to the nail plate. And then the nail folds are around it. So usually like when we're doing those kind of more advanced manicures, like deeper manicures, I would say we are clearing an actual nail fold, not a cuticle. So you don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's normalized to do more than you're meant to.
Yes, and probably in different. So basically, like in UK, I would still call it like a microdermabrasion, and microdermabrasion requires license in UK. I'm not sure if you guys like it's like a skin piercing license, so we shouldn't be doing it like too excessively, too deeply, because first of all it is gonna actually cause like an overgrown of the nail folds, like, and even worse, some people do it so excessive that they would actually damage the eponychium part, which is protecting our nail matrix from any kind of infections and the things getting into there. So that's pretty crucial, guys. Now we are gonna use the milky pink gel, and I love it in that color. I would use it for most of my clients, especially if we're going for like a lighter colors over it. So just prep my brush, and then we are gonna apply nice and thin layer first. This will be like my kind of slip layer, which will allow me to get the product like move on nicer. So nice and thin layer all over. And then on the nails which are quite intact, I can start building up apex. We want to go microscopic because they are a natural nails. And then on this one, on the middle finger, I had to remove much more product, so I'm not gonna build up the apex yet. We will do it once this layer cures. So cook it, and then once it's cured, we can apply the next layer. So again, I would start, guys, with the slip layer. Like, I want the things to move nicely, and then build up my apex. Release the product from the brush, and then you want to apply it at one side, other side, one side, other side, till you reach the free edge, and then cap those free edge. Again, release the product, and cap those free edge. Okay, freeze it. And now it's time for a thumb. And build up the apex. I want to also show you actually the thickness from the side view as well, so you can see it is kind of running nice and gradually. You don't want to make it too thick. Cure it 60 seconds. Okay, that's it all cured, so I can grab the UV cleanser to remove the inhibition layer. And when I'm doing so, I usually turn my wipe, like I would wipe it down like a couple of times, and then I would turn my wipe into the other side, so I don't use the same places where I've got already the product on it, to don't bring it into the client nail folds. Okay, now we are just gonna reshape them. And honestly, I have to be so careful, like, with Olivia's nail folds. So nice and gentle file. That's enough on this one. If the product is applied quite neatly, there might be places where you don't have to actually file at all. But at the same time, even if I would apply the product perfectly, and the shape, apex placement, thickness would be just spot on, I would still touch up the areas like around the cuticle to blend everything, like making sure it's all nice and like you cannot actually even see it where the product is starting. And then I would thin out the free edge. Okay, so sometimes I do just a very gentle filing. Here I've got a bit of lick. So make sure this is all gone. Basically, you want to have you don't want to be able to see it where the product is starting. So anything like here on the side, this is so completely wrong. It will cause it will be catchy for a client. When it grows out, it will be also more prone to the lifting as well. And I think this is so crucial, like when you're doing the nail enhancements, that you do have it so blended. If there is nothing to catch, this is gonna last much longer. Okay, sometimes if I would clean it like this with the corner of the file, but I still cannot remove it completely, I might use the other side of the cuticle pusher, or I might use even an e-file bit just to make sure this place is completely blended. And this will be the case. I will just use a weak cuticle bleed to reach that place on the next stage. Go back to this one. So Olivia's nail bed is so long on this nail, it's crazy long. It's actually quite hard to match her ring finger with the index finger, and we don't want to also have too much of a growth on the free edge. So I'm always trying to find a happy medium with her nails. Different story if we're going for a fresh set of the extensions and I would just cut them all short and do a set of the extensions, then it wouldn't that much matter. But when we've got the natural nails, you don't they kind of move more, if that makes sense. So when we've got the extension is attached to the nail plate, but it doesn't wobble this much. And will be also an answer for some of you like who wear the natural nails and like think like why my extensions fresh set last me longer time than when the natural nails are. Once they reach a certain length, they will start kind of moving and bending, and that movement and bending can cause some lifting of the product. So keep that, guys, in mind. Like mine are all natural nails now. That's why I wouldn't go this long like you see me with the extension. So with the extension I can go crazy length and I do not feel this length. And when I've got my natural nails, like they have to be really nice and short. And it doesn't matter what kind of product. Why are you laughing?
You're short, it's not short.
I am short. Have you seen it?
No.
I am really short.
Okay.
Yeah?
No, that's short for
See,
you.
this is like, look. This is really short.
Oh, your nail beds are short.
And my nail beds are short. So
Yeah,
this is
so
still
long.
like quite long,
Okay.
like, you know, but...
No, I'm used to you normally having longer than that.
I know, normally I have like a really, really long set, but obviously because my natural nail is, they are my natural nails, I don't want to go overly too long. And so put it that way also, oh gosh, I've got too much talking to do. Far too much talking, guys. So first of all, like, thank you so much for all the comments, questions, likes and shares. We do really all appreciate it, for all the orders coming through as well. Like, I am so grateful for that. And then I had actually quite a good question. It was regarding the pricing. And you know what, guys, let me know in the comments below, because I think maybe it will be actually a good idea to do a live video where we could just chat about it. I would just grab the price list and I would maybe explain it to you, like how I'm charging and all sort of things. So yes, we can do maybe a live video on that if you want. Another thing I wanted to talk about was what I wanted to talk about.
Is the pricing for products or pricing for
the service? No, pricing for a treatments, like, definitely. Okay, now I'm just gonna grab this bit in here and file it so gently to blend all that in. Okay. Oh, I wanted to talk about my clients. I know what I wanted to talk about. So I wanted to say that most of my clients like wear the natural nails because they had their rebalance done so many times. Like, you know, they started with the fresh set of the extensions and then continuing rebalance. Eventually there is no extension, there is just a natural nail. And they can carry on like this for years. So like some of my longest clients, I would say they've got 15 years all the time, just rebalance. Because they wear pretty short nail enhancements. If the clients, and I've got few of them like this, wear long nail extensions, then I would replace it like every third time maybe. So every 3 months they would get a new set, because I don't want them to have it that long. And this way they can still have it those nice and long nails, like, you know, because we don't want to put too much pressure on the natural nail. Okay, so the gray buffer is fantastic for blending it even more. And then, guys, do it exactly the same on the other nail. I actually love it as well because it does almost get the cuticles out, so you can see it like by buffing. I have kind of made the cuticle to came out. Okay, and then I'm just moving on into the next one. And look what I'm doing as well, like I'm using this part of the buffer, guys, to push it in. So like push it nicely. And then also blend it underneath. So like blending the natural nail which is underneath is really crucial. Like that will prevent again like any kind of lifting, and you want to make sure you do get that part done. Okay, I'm just gonna buff exactly the same those two nails and then come back to you. It's just like salon is quite busy and loud today. Okay, perfect, that's them all buff, and now I can trim those cuticles. So this is a time when I can just remove it. Nice and gentle, like on her pinky you can see it, there is nothing there. And actually in general I think Olivia's cuticles are pretty good because we have never ever overdone them, like always doing them very gentle, so they don't grow that much. It's almost like sending a message to the brain, like there is some damage, let's repair it, let's grow more. So please remember that. Now this one is the worst one from all of them, and it's always that way because that's a finger on which she rests her nail brush. So also you can see the shape isn't this nice, so I'm kind of tend to push back this area a little bit stronger just to fix the actual shape of the nail fold.
I think most of it will be
from the e-file. Yes, so she rests the e-file in there. So I make sure I do it nice and gentle, and then I would go and I would kind of try to reshape this area. And you can already see it looks so much better. And then next round. Okay, the rest we are gonna leave it for those wee ball to exfoliate. A bit of hang in here. And then nice trim in here. And on the thumb, she usually gets a little bit more on her thumb as well, so. Perfect. So now I can grab the sweet bowl. And again, quite a lot of people is using either water or oils, like on this part. Bless you, Olivia.
Thank you.
I do not use anything. I want this part of service to be like as dry, as ugly as possible. So we can start moisturizing once we apply the top coat and everything is finished. Oh, bless you.
I think the dust is getting to me today.
Or maybe you're getting a wee cold. Hopefully not.
I've been sneezing a lot the last couple of days, but it's been because of dust. Because I'm not sniffly or anything all day. I just sneeze 3 times in a row and then be fine the rest of the day. I hope I'm not getting a cold. I've got a concert this weekend.
Oh, where are you going for a concert?
Glasgow.
That sounds good.
Seeing a girl called Nessa Barrett.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
So there we are. I'm still exfoliating this one. Give it a rest because again you can just cause a little bit of friction, and we don't want that. And then I can do round 2. Nice and slow. Bless you. Okay. Okay, we can clean them all. So I'm taking a blue scrub and make sure everything is clean properly. Okay, nice and proper clean. Now let's start the fun part. So we've got all 5 minutes. Typical, guys, typical. Okay, so we are gonna go for those blush look with the purple, a bit of random, and then we are gonna put some cat eye over it. Now a tiny bit of sponge. trim it. So I'm just gonna cut it like a very small piece because we are working on a very small area. If you want to get close to the cuticle with it, you just go in with the clean part of your sponge in there. Perfect, cook it. And then we are gonna grab some cat eyes. So I've got cat eye number 287. And we are just gonna apply it in there. So with this color underneath, I think it just gives us a really nice like undertone to it. And now I'm just gonna do it from one side, other side, and then come up from underneath. Oh wow. So I've got two colors and I love it so much. Cook it. And then I'm doing another one. So with the cat eye, I like to do it like one by, oh, look how strong it is. I love it. I actually really love it. So because the effect on its own like looks so fantastic, we don't want to overdo it and cover it too much. Would you agree, Olivia?
Yeah.
Yeah. We will just apply a couple of the wee 3D flowers or something, or do those kind of maybe a bit of texture nail. But for the cat eye effect, guys, I like to come up with one nail at a time. So I don't do too many of them. Oh wow.
If you do too many at once, then they might start losing their effect while
Yes.
you're working on the others. Not
Absolutely.
to mention the magnet might move the other ones while you're working on one next to it.
Absolutely. Cook it. And it doesn't take you this long. And then look, we've got those purple flowers. So we could use those wee purple flowers. Unless you want the wee butterfly, or you want the wee bow, or you want those texture nails.
What's
Oh
the
my
texture
god.
nails?
Texture is just those chunky wee like lines, dots.
Oh.
I take it back?
I don't mind. Up to you.
Up to me. Oh gosh, guys, what we should do on Olivia's nails. Pull this one. You can see it. I'm pulling it at the same time when I'm painting. And when you apply the cat eye, because it has those metallic beads, guys, like make sure you do brush it at one direction. Otherwise it can look quite messy. But this effect is so strong. Good. Almost excited like a child. And usually I find it one layer of the cat eye. Oh no. We have to put a flower in there.
What's wrong?
Can you see the sweet dot? You can't anymore.
Oh.
Okay, so I took a cuticle pusher and just removed, like, it might be probably either a dust particle from the sponge, and I just remove it. You never want to kind of keep it on the nail. And I am so happy we have actually put this color underneath, because it makes our cat eye even more interesting. Cook it. And then the same on the thumb. This is so much more interesting with this background. I wonder actually how it will look over the, the same. Oh, we should try it on the set you had it just before we remove it, like on this kind of tie-dye. I think that will look pretty cool as well, because those colors should show it from underneath. So strong effect. cook it. And then base gel. So Upvoted base gel, and that's why how I usually secure any kind of forms of crystals or like wee charms and other detail. And that's what we are gonna do it today as well. So that's it ready. And then that's and then I wanted it on those two nails. So just in there. See, the texture nails, it will be just like something like this. We could maybe a little bit, not over the top.
I don't mind.
Okay, so we are gonna do it those with beautiful flowers. And Olivia's favorite color is, of course, purple. And I like to place them like one against each other, so they almost like click. And then in there, I think that's just pretty. And very easy set, like quite fast and easy. Same in here. I'm just gonna go opposite direction. So you can see it, I did place like a big chunk of the base gel. And I had those flowers on my nails, they lasted me ages. Oh no, this one has a wee something.
I've had these flowers like way back when we first got them. They last amazing.
I know, like unbelievable, like how they last.
And they're really comfortable.
Yes, they are not catchy at all. Okay, I've got it. And another one. And actually choosing this side was a clever idea as well, so the things looks much nicer and neater as well. Perfect, let's freeze it. Once them cook, we can finish them either with a wee, would you prefer it? Actually, we've got like a wee pearl or the caviar bead or a diamond. Which one would you like?
Pearl?
Pearl? Yay! Go for a pearl. So, pearl is perfect. I've got a small one, don't drop. Oh yes, pearl is perfect. So I'm trying to pick up the bigger ones to go inside the bigger flowers, and then we tiny, or they all the same size maybe.
They might be the same size.
They might be.
No,
No.
One that you've done it the wrong way around on that one.
Yeah, I can see it. No, they're the same
Oh, they're
size.
the same. Oh, it looks different.
I know, because this one is just, they go so deeply inside that they lose their... No, I can't use them.
Maybe the pearls on the big ones, but caviar, silver caviar beads on the small ones.
Yes.
Because the caviar beads are slightly smaller, I think.
Yeah, the caviar beads are smaller.
That's perfect.
Unfortunately, I actually was very tempted to leave them like that, but no. And then one. Don't laugh. This is always so fiddly. Yeah, I quite like it that way. So let's cook it. It's a time for a top coat, and then we will add a little bit of texture. So top coat. Make sure you cap the free edge. I do not top coat those flowers, but I do go like around it as much as possible, and I push the top coat
Kind of into it.
into it. Yes, absolutely. Then grab the D-liner brush, take a tiny bit of top coat, and you want to, guys, drop this top coat in there. Drop it in there, and drop it in there, just to make sure you've got it absolutely everywhere.
Do you want me to flash cure it?
Yes, we are gonna flash cure it. That's us ready. And then do exactly the same in here.
They call me, what's this version? Alan
Again, D-liner brush.
He always brings the Emperor always has the garden. Yeah, there's summer he always, well, he used to always get in and like one last year, so it's like a competition.
And then check how the light reflect on it.
Should we flash cure them before we do the thumb?
Yes, absolutely. Olivia is keeping a track on me and I'm kind of like speeding up because the next client has sent cook it. And then we can put it on the thumb.
Last question. I have one
They actually look like almost like an jelly nails. And then pick up the top coat and we are just gonna do it couple of the small lines. Freeze it first.
Yes.
Yes. So exercise my D-liner brush because this one feels a bit stiff.
What if we did it?
Huh?
What if we just use the white gel instead of just clear for the texture?
Clear gel.
Yeah. No, the white instead of the clear.
White.
Yeah.
I think it will be maybe too heavy.
Maybe.
Okay, I take it back.
So clear textured nails.
Yes, just like cook it couple seconds and then we can do the same on the thumb and then just a gentle one on the thumb.
How about we leave it with just two?
Two?
Two.
Like
Do you
this?
think three?
Three.
Three.
Just like this.
Yeah.
Yay! They actually cool. Freeze it. Perfect. And then we are gonna go with the cuticle sweet. I actually like them.
I'm glad you like them.
And they are texture nails and I don't like the texture nails. So, but yeah, I think they are quite nice and delicate texture. 3D texture nails. So now we are just gonna apply a tiny bit of those cuticle oil. And I can show you the full effect. Like I want to show you in all different angles because I think it is actually really pretty. Even with those tiny bit of texture going on them. I'm sending you huge glittery hacks, Olivia too as well, and we're looking forward guys to seeing you in the next video. Bye!